Kommer du ihåg Tom Sideks bilbygge, The TeZon? Där ett Tesla-chassi ska få en Volvo Amazon kombikaross från 1968. Nu har det gått 1 år och 2 månader sedan den senaste videon jag gjorde om bilbygget. Hej och välkommen till en ny video. Morgan Grip heter jag för dig som är ny här på kanalen. Tom har ju inte direkt legat på latsidan under den här tiden. Bland annat har han ju elkonverterat en VW Bubbla från 1955. Och har du missat den videon så länkar jag till den här uppe och i den här videons beskrivning. Det bygget sände jag ju också live, så jag länkar även till livesändningarna här uppe och i den här videons beskrivning. Nu har det hänt grejer med bilbygget, så nu är jag på väg hem till Tom i Lilledal igen. Det här är episod 6 i bilbygget The TeZon.
Hey, welcome back, and welcome back to the TeZon. Last few weeks have been super exciting for me because we've got the TeZon going. Marcus, the Tesla wizard as I call him, he has been working hard since about June actually. He had to rebuild his computer to be able to redo this. And Tom at Granvolds has been amazing, sending parts. The screen was broken, this was broken, so in the end we redid the parts. As you know what happened last year, for those who don't, we got the TeZon almost running and then kind of died. I couldn't do the updates because the instrument cluster and a bunch of stuff was crashed. And I just ran out of energy on it, and that's why I did the Beetle. Got a refresher, let the TeZon sit on ice for a little bit. With the Beetle, we were up in Östersund and Gävle, and I met the guys from Tesla Club Sweden, and they said, I think we have a guy who could do something for you, who could help you out. And that's how I met Marcus, got him the instrument cluster, got him the screens. Tom from Granvold got him more parts that he needed. And then it was a bit of a long journey there. It took more than half a year. And this is of course all kind of volunteer hours. So I had to build a lot of stuff, rebuild it. Directly after Christmas, I went picked up the screens and installed them, hooked it up to the Wi-Fi network. Marcus reconfigured the car, reconfigured all the modules in the car. Boom, went into drive, went into reverse, park. So yeah, amazing. We're gonna show you today how it's gonna drive. We're gonna drive out. First drive. Now we're rolling. First time leaving the yard.
Yeah, it's very slippery on these wheels.
Yeah.
They're total bald summer wheels.
I'm gonna try this out. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Awesome. A little bit of shakes. Yeah, that's what it is. The hood. Right, need to attach that. Nice. Feel the wind in the air. It's very strange driving this car without a windshield. Woo!
Yeah, it's really cool.
Like very clear glass right there.
Going like 35k an hour, and when the wind is coming in, it's just like, holy shit.
It has definitely some driving issues. It is crazy. It is crazy. Yeah. Bald summer tires, really good on the snow. What is there to say? Nothing really. Unbelievable. Woo! Interesting car. I have to drive so slowly because it's like literally bald tires. I'm a little bit off the road.
Oh yeah, you are.
Getting stuck?
No.
Four-wheel drive though, oh, so nice. Apparently the steering wheel isn't very straight either. All right, look at that. Whew. God, it works nice though. It's like a Tesla. Weird. First impressions, that was awesome. What can I say? That was so cool. It was also really cold. No windshield is interesting, even at 40k an hour. The car was unreal. When you compare it to the Beetle had a lot of things that need to get the driving down, all that. This was like driving a Tesla. It was very strange. It was exactly like driving our other car, which is also a four-wheel drive Model S. Few things going through my mind is there's definitely some fault codes and definitely a few things that we need to play with in the car eventually. There is still a lot of electronics I need to hook up. I got the camera on, the autopilot camera, but it still needs a lot more electronics. But the first impression of the drive was, wow. That's all I can say. Wicked drive. Want to give you a little bit of an explanation of what has taken so much time and it taken so much effort to get the car to this point. First of all, this was a North American car and we had to change it to European. To go back a few levels is we had to take this car, the MCU and the instrument cluster, the IC, we had to get them updated to the same level so that they're both on the same software. Marcus also took the whole MCU and computer apart. He basically boosted it, gave it a new chip, had to put it in a SIM card and a bunch of other new things in the computer. It's like a Raspberry Pi. We also made his own kind of connection or tunnel into the car, so when I hook it up to Wi-Fi, when I brought it back, I hooked up the doors, I hooked up everything, all the boxes that there were, and he updated everything at the same time. So every piece is on the same software version essentially, and it's to the same place. New charger, it's the European charger, 3-phase, new charge port. I'm just holding this up because I had to take it off to be able to open the port. I still need to do some adjustments here so that I can fully open the port with this on. The idea is that, you know, you're gonna have the old gas lid. You gotta keep the look, of course. Once it's on and adjusted, then it just opens up. It's like a regular Tesla. It charges, which is really fun. There you go, lovely. This is a motorized, this is a new version of the charge port, which is really kind of cool that we're able to get that to work. And so it motorized, opens and closes by itself. Basically, hardware, software is complete. It's all charging, it's all working, it's all driving. Marcus did a lot of work on that. As I said, many, many hours. And then now what we have going forward, what's awesome is because we have access to every little piece, I'll be able to drive this car, and if I want to, I can turn off the front engine and go only on the rear wheels and do burnouts there if I want to, turn off the traction control. And vice versa, I can turn off the rear engine and go on the front engine. It's quite fun that you have more to play with in an electric car like this. And then also what we're updating is putting a 100 kilowatt hour battery pack and the performance motors. So it will have basically 800 horsepower. It will be a ludicrous Model S. It should be a pretty quick Amazon. Yeah, super fun. A few more things that are happening now that I've done up to now is you've seen this rear view mirror autopilot camera. This Model S has autopilot version 1, which is really awesome. It's a glorified cruise control. You can let go of the steering wheel. You shouldn't, but it drives itself essentially on highways. So I had to put all that back in. I still have to put in the radar in the front and the ultrasonic sensors. This is why it was yelling at me a few things are missing. It's gonna be an interesting car to drive as well, just because we're gonna have all the functionality back of the actual Model S, the autopilot version 1. And then we're gonna be later on this week test fitting the custom windshield that was made 2 years ago now. There is a bunch more welding and steel work. Once I'm done here, then we're gonna be taking out the whole interior so that I can finish welding up and grinding out a bunch of the stuff so we can get it ready for paint. Super neat, super fun. My God, it's working and driving.
When do you plan on finishing the project? When will the TeZon be done?
I love timeline questions. I started in 2016. I made a bet with my friend that it was gonna take me 5 years max. I'm well into the 6th year now, so I failed there. But the goal, and I can see the finish line, there's a lot more work to do, as you can see. But the plan is January, February now is to knock out basically all the welding, get everything, all the details welded up, base paint it, and have it properly registered on the road May, June. So the summertime is the goal, that it's gonna be driving with registration numbers. That means the lights have to be working, that means the blinkers have to be working, all that jazz. The main goal is that. As far as details and done, obviously it's kind of a show car, so it's gonna have a stereo system in it that's gonna be pretty good. Has to be great, thanks to Biel Stereo Herna, they're sponsoring that. That probably will take, I'd say, at least another year, but mainly is that it's gonna be painted, registered, done. It's gonna be driving and you'll be able to check it out on the roads this summer.
Thank you for the ride, Tom. See you on the next one.
All right.
Det där var en riktig åktur det. The TeZon, körbar. Tack för att du tittade. Vi ses i nästa video.